Hello everyone, this is Priya from PIA Beauty Squad. Welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to talk about under eye issues. This topic came to me because a lot of people requested. These days, since they are home, they are using a screen a lot. Not only kids like us, we are on the phone, either on the laptop. People who work, they are in technologies on the screen all the time. I was just talking to one of my clients and she was complaining about the dark circles. What are the concerns that usually people feel in under eye areas? Dark circles, which is very popular and heard, fine lines, puffiness, dry eyes, especially the technology people get is like their eyes get so dry continuously being on screen, and even sometimes in the nights when they watch movies, and if they are watching in the dark room, so they are on the phone, so those screens are like giving continuously rays to your eyes and making them dry, and where you lose your natural moisture of the eyes. Another issue is melia, where you see the dots under the eye area. They look like whiteheads, but they are not actually whiteheads. The reason, it's very common that we heard that the only reason comes into anybody's mind when we talk about eyes is like lack of sleep, but that's not true. That's not the only reason. Long screen time, the biggest reason. Lack of vitamin A, E and iron in your diet or lifestyle. Having a thin skin. This skin under the eye is 7 times thinner than your face, and then your face skin is already thinner than your body skin. So a little bit of stress can make it more visible of lot of concern. He has sinus or allergies, they also get it very quickly, and if they are getting exposed to sun rays a lot, that can be a reason. We have sebaceous glands usually under our skin, but they are not very active under the eye area. So this is already a drier area. So if we don't moisturize it or hydrate it, they can get easily more drier than the rest of the face, and you can get fine lines, wrinkles, followed by crow's feet. Precautions what you can take: whenever you go out, try to put on the sunscreen, which is a good one, and then make sure it's not a very chemical sunscreen. Then you cannot apply under the very eye area. So if you use a physical sunscreen, you can apply on all over your face. That can reduce the damage because of UVA and UVB. And then if you are on computers and technology, like I said, you can take some breaks and keep your body very much hydrated. That can help you wash your eyes in between. You can just use the cotton pads dipped into water and just keep it on your eyes for a few minutes. I know those things don't feel too much visible when you are at the work, but that is what it is. So we have to do some of the things. These are some things which you can do at home, which are quick, but then I'm going to tell you some more tricks in the further videos. Watch this whole video till the end. If you see puffiness around your eyes a lot, you can elevate your sleep pattern, like putting a pillow, extra pillow when you sleep, so that will help to drain the extra water, so it won't be accumulate under your eyes. So you can better at the puffiness at least. Now you can use a very easy trick, either eyes or you can use the two colder spoons in the freezer, and then you can tap on your under eye area, so that will immediately work on the puffiness, so you can reduce it right away. So using an eye cream, use these fingers, the ring finger, because this has a minimum pressure when you apply it. Take a little bit of quantity of eye cream. You can divide into two because you need a very little, not too much massage is required. You can just tap it around your under eye area. If you don't have any specific eye cream, you can actually use your simple moisturizer, but just make sure it's not loaded with the chemicals like acid, salicylic acid, and those kind of products won't be good to use on the eye area. Even if you're using peels or packs, make sure you always keep this out of the pack, because if you're using clay mask, you're applying here, they're gonna give you fine lines. No matter how much you control, even you don't talk, you take a rest, but it definitely stretch the area, and this area doesn't have that much natural moisture to lose, so it's gonna give you some of the fine lines for sure. So just avoid that kind of products which are recommended as an eye cream. So eye cream is the product which you can make it at home. By making it at home, I mean, I'm not referring here DIY product. I would say you can just use any of your moisturizer, just dilute it very much, because this area is very thin, the skin is so thin, the absorption level is so less. So we need a very diluted version of your own moisturizer, and then you can tap it under your eye, so that can work as an eye cream for you. So the goal is, the only thing we want to do is like hydrate this area, which we can do with anything. We don't need to go for specific products, but there are a couple of things which you can look in the eye creams. I recommend to go for a gel. Gels are better. It depends person to person. If a doctor or dermatologist is recommending you a cream or a particular thing, so you can go with that. But in general, the thick creams are very hard to absorb in this area especially, and that's how people get the melia, the one concern which I talked about. So thick stuff get accumulate, and then it's very hard for them to go away. And the same thing with the dark circles. What are the dark circles? Skin has blood cells. They're called capillaries because they're very thin. The circulation of blood gets poor because of stress or screen time and the reasons I mentioned. Because of that, it goes very slow. So just because the skin is so thin, we can see the blood from outside visibly. So that's why it's not dark black circles. They are mostly greenish to purple, depending on your skin type, how much melanin you have, they are visible accordingly. So that those are actually dark circles. So they are not a big issue kind of thing. It's just a lifestyle thing which you can change, and then you can take care of those circles. So relaxing that area can play a big role in getting rid of the dark circles. So you can see the few contents in the products. Liposomes is like very small unit of a cell. We can say the carrier. They carry the very small particle molecules of water, and then they keep them under your eye. So there are few contents in the products, they work as a liposome. So if the product quality is good, then they do have liposome in them, especially in the gels, and they are really good. You can look for the chamomile, which is another good ingredient. Lassity, it collaborate with vitamin E, helps it absorb in your skin. There are simple things which you can do, like I mentioned about the spoon. You can keep them in the freezer and then apply it on your under eye area, so that will help you to remove the puffiness for sure. You can add some of the vitamin E, vitamin C or vitamin K in your diet, or you can get the vitamin E capsules and use the oil under your eye. You don't have to do too much, just a little bit, maybe once or twice a week, but it will take some time to see the visible results. Green tea and cucumber are good. You can just make a juice or a liquid of them and then use it with the cotton under your eye area. So those things can help. So in my view, if you use eye cream, that's great. But if you are the one who don't want to make a line of the products one after one, so it's okay not to use, but you have to do certain things for that. Like I said, you can dilute your moisturizer and then use it under your eye. Just nourish that area or hydrate that area. Those are the two main things we get all those concerns. And even the homemade remedies which I mentioned with the single ingredients, I'm not talking about here the 3-4 things together and make a pack and apply it and sit for a couple of minutes or something. You can just use one ingredient and then tap it. You can even use for kids, so which is totally safe since it's natural. So I hope this information helps. If you like the video, just hit the like button. Let me know how this information helped you. Till then, bye bye.